Hey everybody, Patrick Hostis here. Give me a second here to get some things set up, and we'll get going with this evening's program. All right. Cool. Sounds good. All right. So I'm just kind of gonna get into it. Last time I was trying to get some play some 911 calls for you guys, and I wasn't able to do it. But I think I have mastered the technology this time. So I've gone through a lot of these Las Vegas, a lot of the raw footage or raw audio and video footage that they've released out, and I've gone through it, and an awful lot of it is stuff that's the kind of things you would expect, calling in wounded or calling in a shooting and stuff like that. But I've probably gone through about 50% of all the files that I've gotten so far. And I've pulled out of that some interesting calls that I think are worth looking into, or at least, taking a listen to. So I'm going to play some of those for you right now. Let me find one here. So here's, let me play this. This is a 911 call that happened during the Mandalay Bay, the Las Vegas massacre. And this is somebody calling in talking about, I believe, saying that helicopter, they thought that possibly the shooting was coming from a helicopter. So I'm just going to play this for you. So give me 1 second here.
Monday, October 1, 2017. 22:16 and 24 seconds.
Hello? Hello, this is Metro Police on the recorded line. We need help. We are in the Route 91 park. There's people shooting. Okay, where are you hiding? We're hiding under one of the RVs. I don't know what it is. Okay, are you injured at all? No, we're not, but what is your name? My name is Lisette. My name is Kenya. We're from Orange County. From California. Okay, Lisette, what's your last name? And what's your friend's name? Kenya. Kenya. Okay, and where are you guys hiding? We're hiding under, I think it's like one of the mobile homes. Did you see the shooter? No, we did not see him. Near it, and it won't stop. Okay, and you're hiding under where? Flying in a helicopter. Something goes. I don't know if people are leaving. Should we follow them or should we stay? Okay, stay where you feel safest. Okay, if you don't feel safe leaving, just stay where you at. Okay. Where are you hiding under? It's like one of those mobile tractor things. Mobile tractor. Okay, and you're not injured? No, we're not. Okay. Okay. All right. And you didn't see the shooter? No. Okay. What are you guys gonna do to stop him? We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Okay. Is there any help in the way? Yes, we have all kinds of help on the way. Okay. Everything's gonna be okay. We're getting officers out there. Okay. You guys gonna see the officers on the sky. He's flying in a helicopter. You think he's in a helicopter? Yes. He's in a helicopter. You think he's in a helicopter? Because we do have a police helicopter. Is it the police helicopter? You think he's in the helicopter? I don't know, but okay. All right. We haven't heard in a while, but I don't know, there's people running. Okay, all right. Stay wherever you feel safest, okay? I'm going to disconnect with you so I can try to get further information, okay? Be okay? Okay, bye-bye.
All right. So, that was one. I think that could be kind of explained away as they were taking cover and, they heard a helicopter. I mean, if you watch the videos, clearly there were, helicopters flying around in that area. There was a Las Vegas helicopter around there. There were tour helicopters and other kinds of things. So it's a possibility that she heard the gunfire coming from Mandalay Bay, and a helicopter simultaneously was flying by there, the bullets flying around there. So maybe she thought that was where the shots were coming from. That's just one way to explain it, but not sure. I just thought it was something worth listening to. Let me find another one here. Here's an interesting 911 call. So let me go ahead and play this one for you.
Sunday, October 1, 2017, 22:35 and 52 seconds.
911 emergency, church 15955. Can you please fire medical? Hello? Sir, I'm so sorry. Are you talking to me? Because I can barely hear you.
Oh, I apologize, ma'am. My name is Jeff. How are you tonight?
I'm well. How can I help you?
Well, I'm at the Route 91. I'm a retired LAPD officer. I'm in suite number 5. And I know you officers are going kind of crazy right now, but that gunfire was recorded. And all your victims out here are from trampling. So if they're standing off to render aid, they need to come in here with the RA units to help the trampling.
Okay, so there was no one actually shot?
Hell no. Bird's eye view of the whole thing. I did 15 years of LAPD gun fire suppression. Here's the deal. He was recording. All your victims here are going to be from trampling. There was actually no active gun, that we're aware. Right. But everybody got trampled out of here. And so what I'm trying to get to is like there's people out here with bodies that are like lifeless because they got trampled. So the RA units are standing off. They need to come in here and actually render aid. And I know Metro's doing a great job. I appreciate that, but
What's your phone number, sir?
That's right, ma'am.
And you're in suite number 5 at the event?
That's correct, ma'am. I'm sitting up here, and I'm telling you, I did plenty of years here. There was a recording. All the what you heard was a recording of a gunfire, and all your victims are going to be from trampling from everybody else. There was never a muzzle flash from anyone that we know of, from my viewpoint. So what I'm trying to get to.
I will go ahead.
Help you out.
I appreciate that, sir. I'm going to go ahead and let them know, okay?
If they need me, call me back.
All right, thank you. All right, bye.
Okay, well, pretty clearly, I don't think that individual knew exactly what was going on. That wasn't all electronic sounds, obviously, because there was 58 people dead from gunshot wounds and many other people that were shot that evening. So I don't know how much, but the one part of that 911 call that was interesting was he did mention a lot of trampling injuries, and I've heard that a lot, that there was, and that's to be expected when you have 22,000 people in a relatively small area like that, and then you have an active shooter there. So I don't find it at all surprising that a lot of injuries probably came from trampling. All right, let me look up another one here for you. Now, here's a 911 call talking about 3 shooters. So let me go ahead and play this one for you.
Sunday, October 1, 2017, 22:38 and 19 seconds.
911 emergency, Ramos 15180. This is Metro Police. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm in the Tropicana bathroom. Was there a shooting?
Okay. Yes, there has been a shooting. There's an active shooter at the Route 91. So far, all that we know is that the suspects are still outstanding, and there are 3 of them. That's all that we know. We don't know anymore, okay?
So,
Hold on.
Bathroom barricaded. Do I stay here?
Yes, as of right now, you need to stay there. Now, let me just get some information from you, okay? What is your name?
My name is Mark.
Last name? Phone number for you? Okay, when you said the Tropicana men's bathroom, do you remember which one specifically?
I believe it's on the lobby floor.
Near the lobby floor, or?
I believe it is. We came in from a back entrance. I didn't see any casino or slot machines, so it was, I believe, the lobby.
Okay. Is anyone around you injured, or are you injured?
I'm not injured. I'm here with my girlfriend. It's just us two in the bathroom. And it's men's restroom.
But no injuries, right?
No injuries here.
Did you see a shooter by chance? Did you see a shooter?
No, we just heard gunshots.
Just heard gunshots and ran? Okay. So as of right now, what we need you to do is just stay in place. If you feel that where you are is safe, just stay there. We do have officers on scene. We have lots of officers on scene. They've been there since it started, okay? So they're trying to find out. Go
My
ahead.
girlfriend's on the line with another 911 agent. They said that the shooters are at Mandalay Bay and we are able to leave.
Hold on. Catalina? Let me ask my supervisor. Yeah, he's at the Mandalay Bay 32nd floor. Catalina? Are we directing any citizens? Are we directing any citizens anywhere? So if it's Mandalay Bay, then if they are in Mandalay Bay, because this person's at the Tropicana. Shelter in place? Okay.
Are we good to go?
No, sir. You need to shelter in place.
Stay here?
Yeah, you need to shelter in place because we don't know if there are more than one active shooter in the area. Okay? Hello? Mark, did you hear me?
Okay, so now we have 5 in our group in the bathroom. And we're not going to open the door till an officer comes to the men's restroom, okay?
And that's okay. If there are 5 of you in the bathroom, stay there, stay in place. Don't let anyone in or out at this point. And like I said, we don't know who exactly is in the Tropicana or not, so we need you to shelter in place, okay?
Okay, all right.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, and if you hear of anything else or know of anything else, you gotta call us back and keep us updated, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, so there's one there, and I saw a comment in there about getting the audio file numbers out and putting them, kind of lining them up, so you guys can know what number these audio files are, and I'll do that for you. If you just give me some time to get that together, and I will do that, and I'll put it in the comment section. All right, so let's look for a new one here. Now, this was interesting. This is one I found today. This was from, I not positive. I got to hear it again, but I think he said he was a law enforcement officer. But he says something about hearing shots near the stage. And by the way, just in the interest of full disclosure, if you hear basset hounds barking in the background, I have a bunch of basset hounds and they bark, and I live at a house and I'm not rich and I don't have a studio. So, you know, folks make noise and things like that. So anyway, if you hear a dog barking or something like that, more than likely it's not from the recording. It's from my home. So just wanted to be honest about that. But anyway, all right. So anyway, again, this is a call about a possible shooter near the stage.
And 16 seconds.
911 emergency, Erickson 1591. Do you need police, fire, or medical? Hello, Metro Police. Hello, 911. Can you hear me?
Yes, we have an active shooter in Las Vegas, Route 91 Festival. We need SWAT here now.
Okay. And what's the address?
In between Mandalay Bay and Bloodsport. It's an active shooter with an AK.
Okay, so it's Mandalay Bay Road, and what is it, Giles Street?
It's at the festival. It's the huge country festival in the middle of Las Vegas.
Got it, okay.
Shooter with an automatic rifle.
Do you have a visual of him, sir?
I don't. I honestly wish I did.
And what is your name?
People are getting trampled and everything.
Okay, what's your name?
I can hardly hear you.
What is your name?
My name is Donald Special Quarters.
Okay, what was your name?
Unfortunately, I'm unarmed.
Okay. And so you don't have visual. Do you know if he's white, black,
I do not, but
Caucasian?
everyone's starting to get trampled. And I have no idea where he is.
But you believe it's with an AK?
It's a fully automatic. It's a chopper that's going off. There's people down.
Do you know how many people are down?
Look, there's like 40,000 people here. There's at least 20 that are down, it looks like.
20 down at least, you can see?
At least, in the middle of the thing. You guys need to get some response here now.
Do you know where he's possibly at all?
Say again?
Do you know where he's possibly at?
We're in the middle of this place, literally in the middle of Mandalay Bay, the Luxor, like all that. It's
No, but I'm...
9100 Festival.
Okay, but do you know where he's at possibly?
In the middle of the stage, like in front of the stage.
Near the stage?
Main stage.
But you haven't had a visual of him, right?
Say again?
You didn't have a visual of him at all. You don't know
I do
who
not
it is.
have visual on target.
Okay. And what is the name of the event that you're at?
Okay, yeah, what? Say again?
What's the name of the event you're at?
Route 91 Harvest Festival.
Route 91 Harvest Festival. Got it. All right. All right. I appreciate it.
Do you have any idea where he is?
Yeah. Do you know where he is?
Do you have any idea where he is? Oh. Let's go. All right. From this side. All right. It's on the right side. It's on the southeast side of the stage. Southeast side of the stage.
Near the southeast side of the stage?
I'll be asking right now. Yeah,
Can you see him at all? Do you have a visual of him at all? Can you tell?
I do not.
Okay.
But there's like 20 people that are fucking down. I'd say close to 100 at this point.
All right.
Seriously, get out here.
All right. We're going to get somebody out there.
We got one guy coming.
You have him what?
I really wish you guys. Yeah, here.
So you don't actually have a visual? Is it just one?
There's police here. We do not have visual. There are people down.
Yeah. We have the call. We're going to get somebody out there. You guys safe? Are you able to get out?
I'm in a wheelchair. I just had fucking back surgery. I have a friend that's taking me out.
Okay.
My boyfriend is Army. He is unarmed though, and he's in the venue.
He's in the venue?
Yes, there is an active shooter with an AK in this venue.
Okay. Do you know if anybody's been shot or they just been trampled? Can you tell that at all?
No, we have no idea, but
Okay.
there is still active shooting. There are police here, but we need SWAT here now.
Yes, we have officers on the way. Can you tell me where he's at possibly? Or
We don't know. They're in the fucking middle of.
Well, we have a call set up. We're going to get somebody out there as soon as we can, okay?
Okay.
You stay safe. Okay?
Okay.
All right, and and I believe they said that gentleman was a police officer who was responding, and I think he handed the phone off to somebody else there. Just speaking from experience and doing a little bit of urban fighting that I've been involved in, and my time in Iraq and things like that. I mean, it's really hard to figure out where rounds are coming from exactly, like that, because the sounds reflect off the buildings, the sounds reflect off. I mean, the sounds of the bullets hitting the pavement are way louder than what you would think. So there's all this, basically a cacophony of noise going, through. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody, mis-ID'd exactly where it was coming from right in the beginning. But I did think it was kind of interesting that he was saying he thought it was coming from the stage area. But I think from his point of view, that's where it probably seemed like it was coming from. Let me look up another one here. One call, bus driver stops. All right, I'm not sure. This one I flagged for some reason, so maybe we'll listen to it together and see what it is. So kind of a mystery 911 call.
Sunday, October 1, 2017, 22:46 and 25 seconds.
911 emergency, Rodriguez, 14764. Do you need police, fire? Hello, do you need police, fire, or medical?
Hello?
Yes, do you need police, fire, or medical?
Yes, police.
To where, please?
Hello?
Where?
I'm right here behind Circus on Industrial.
Okay, what's going on out there?
Okay, there was some shots that were fired over there where I was at
By Circus?
yes, no, it was over there at the concert they had out there. I'm a bus driver, and a guy came flying out of the truck, ran into two cars, hit another car.
Okay, is that the suspect, or what car are you talking about?
Huh?
Which car are you talking about?
It's
Is that
a truck.
Is that the truck that was shooting?
I don't know if it was or not. I got the truck right here pinned down. I took the keys away from him. I got him right here. I got him pinned down. I need some help. I'm right here behind Circus. I don't know if he was shooting the bus, but I know I stopped him right here and I blocked him in with my bus. I'm a bus driver for big bus tours.
Okay, does he have any weapons?
I haven't looked at the truck. I don't know what he got in there. I just got him right here.
Okay.
I'm right here. The address is 2901 Industrial. I'm right down the street from Sapphire's strip club.
Okay, 1 second. So you followed him because he left.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
He
sped out from over there in that area where the shooting was going on, and he hit two cars really bad, and he drove off of there, and I just chased him down with my bus, and I blocked him over here. I blocked him in over here behind Circus. I got his car keys in my pocket.
Okay, are you the only one with him?
No, it's me and my short guy. She's a lady. She's a lady that works with me.
Okay, did he say why he was running or no?
No, he hasn't said anything. He said he just wanted to get away because he heard the gunshots. I don't know what's going on. I just know he hurt some people because he hit those cars really, really hard. His truck is really messed up, all banged up too.
So he hit two vehicles?
Yes, well, actually, he hit two, and those two hit another one. Right, it happened right
he was
there.
leaving the festival, or what he was?
Yes, ma'am. That's what he told me. He was leaving from over there because he passed us. Because I was leaving from over there too. Because I was on the tour bus, and he passed me fine, doing like almost 100 miles an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Mitch on the phone now. Yeah. All right, cool.
Okay.
I don't know. Hopefully they come quick.
Okay, what is your name, sir?
My name is Charles.
Okay, are you armed with any weapons?
No, ma'am, no.
No? Okay, what's your phone number, please?
It's... I got him blocked in right here with my big old bus. It says Big Bus Tours.
Okay. So you have him pinned with your body, or you mean you have him cornered with your
right here, right here. Yeah, right here. Don't move, man. Stay right there. Yeah, right here. He's right here.
Okay, and you said you're not armed, right?
No, ma'am. No, I'm in my work uniform. I'm driving my bus.
And the guy that you have on the ground, he's not armed from what you can see on his person? Okay.
No, he don't have nothing with him.
Okay. And is he white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
White.
Okay, how old does he look?
I don't know, man. How old are you, man? How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 24.
24.
Okay, what color shirt and pants is he wearing?
Black shirt, gray pants, white hat. I'm talking to the paramedic to come and check you out, make sure you're okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we need medical for him?
No, ma'am, he's fine. He didn't know who I was talking to. I didn't want someone talking to I told him I was talking to medical.
Okay. Alright, well, I do have your call set up. There's several officers in the area, so we're trying to get somebody out there, okay?
Okay, please, hurry. Okay.
anything changes, for us, please give us a call back, okay?
Okay, I sure will.
All right, thanks.
Goodbye.
All right, so that was an interesting call. It seems like somebody was trying to escape out of the area. I mean, the way it sounded to me anyway, and then slammed into a couple of vehicles, I believe that bus driver said, and then kept trying to escape. And apparently, the bus driver pinned this guy in somehow, and then called 911. And I mean, it seemed like that the guy wasn't resisting, because as you can hear, the bus driver's like, "How old are you, man?" And the guy's like 24, and it didn't sound like he was aggressively fighting him or anything. But just an unusual call, given everything that was going on that night. So I thought it was something worth looking into. I couldn't remember initially off the title I gave it why I called it that, but now I remember. All right, so let's go on to the next one here.
October 1, 2017, 22:45 and 29 seconds.
Metro Police, Jackson 15972.
Radio that.
Metro Police, hello. Hello, Metro Police.
911 emergency, Jackson 15972. Do you need police, fire, or medical?
Metro Police, hello. Hello, Metro Police.
No, I didn't video. Honey.
Hello.
Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. America's best value in behind the Hooters.
Okay.
Gentlemen with backpacks and bulletproof vests walking calmly into the hotel while everybody's running the other way, and they've got people who are shot in the restaurant in front of it. I think that's some of the shooters.
Behind the Hooter?
It's behind the Hooters, America's best value. It's a little motel. And it's behind, it's behind a Motel 6.
Motel 6, and what's, you said in America's Best what?
America's best. Hang on.
Okay. What is your name, sir?
Matt. America's best value in.
Okay. Does your number end in 5184?
No.
What's your phone number?
They were carrying backpacks and what looked to be like bulletproof vests, and they were walking very calmly in a different direction than everybody else who was in a panic running the other way.
Okay.
I think you got to get somebody over here. There's still people around here. I know you got a shit show, but
What are they, white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
they weren't Middle Eastern.
How old do they appear?
20s, 30s,
You remember what
late 20s.
Late 20s? Did you see any weapons on them?
I didn't. Just backpacks. One guy carrying what looked like to be ballistic vest or bulletproof vest.
Okay, so they weren't wearing it.
They weren't wearing it. They were carrying it, and I can tell. They have weight, right?
Uh-huh.
And I could tell he was carrying a vest with weight.
Okay.
So, and there's people here. They need. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but
Okay. Yeah, we're getting multiple calls in on this. Do you still see them?
No, I didn't want to be in line of fire, so they're just standing out there. Last I saw, they were standing outside their hotel room, just kind of watching.
What hotel?
And America's Best Value wins.
It went inside?
They are standing outside the door of one of their hotel rooms.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for the information.
Yeah. I know you got a lot going on. I'm
sorry
on this one.
Yeah, I put it in there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, so that was a interesting one there. Let me pull this up here. So, you know, and there was another call, if you remember, I might actually play it here later, where there was another, I believe it was an Orange County Sheriff's deputy or something, who was saying something about, oh, I saw a bunch of Middle Eastern guys acting weird. They were kind of, everybody else was freaking out and they were just standing there. So it's kind of the second, you know, second type call like that. So anyway, kind of interesting. I don't think I'm going to play this one. That one's really long and really boring. Here's a 911 call where it's talking about possibility of multiple shooters. So I will go ahead and play that one. Well, hi, Dustin. How's it going?
Sunday, October 1, 2017, 22:34 and 20 seconds.
911 emergency, Ramos 15180.
Hi, I got a text from my girlfriend. I'm not at the Route 91 festival, but I heard there were shots fired and somebody's firing machine guns. Not sure if anybody's called it in yet, but I thought I would call it in.
Yeah, we're getting multiple phone calls of an active shooter located at the Route 91 festival. There are multiple people that are injured, and so far all that we know is that there are 3 active shooters. We're still trying to get more information, but right now we're taking 911 calls to see if anybody's reporting any injuries. I can put you through to 311 so you can try and get more information, but that's as far as I know as of right now.
Oh, God. All right.
Okay. Tell her to call 911 if she's around anyone that's injured.
All right.
Okay, and she needs to stay in place. She can't move anywhere because right now it's an active scene.
I know, yeah.
Okay. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so there you had kind of 911, and that's the 911 callers have said, or the operators rather, have said, at least in a couple calls I've heard, that, oh, there was 3 shooters. So they were operating under the assumption that there were 3 shooters for a while. What's this? Las Vegas. Okay, so I have 3 calls left. One of them I labeled as strange Las Vegas call, so I don't know exactly what that one was. And the last two are by far the most bizarre, so I'll save those for the grand finale. So let's go ahead and do the strange one now. Actually, you know what, that one's, I hit the wrong button on that. My apologies. All right, here we go.
Bye-bye. Sunday, October 1, 2017, 22:29 and 19 seconds. This line from Route 6. Please enter your 6-digit code. Please hold.
Hi, this is, we're on 911. Can you ask me if you need police, fire, or medical?
Just do, what language you're requesting?
Oh, I apologize, sir. It's going to be Spanish.
And tell me your personal number.
The telephone number?
Your personnel number.
Oh, my personal number is 16186.
16186, and
yes.
You're requesting Spanish, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please hold while you can't get.
Calling with Line Solutions. This is Angelica, ID number 215770 for Spanish. Do you have the caller with you?
Yes, we're on 911. Can you ask her if she needs police, fire, or medical?
Buenas, 911. ¿Necesita la policía, ambulancia, bomberos?
Lo que sucede es que nuestros amigos están en son del helicóptero y nos llamaron que ahí hubo un tiroteo, hay heridos y hay rehenes y todo.
¿En dónde están, disculpe?
Son del helicóptero, en el tour del helicóptero, pero no sabemos exactamente dónde es. Dice que tienen rehenes y hay tiroteo y todo. No sabemos.
The thing is that our friends are in a tour in Sun, the helicopter, and it seems that they have some hostages. They called us, and they're saying that there is a shooting and everything.
And they're in the helicopter. Are they in the helicopter with the shooter?
Y ellos están en el helicóptero con el tirador.
Sí, ellos estaban, tenían un tour, pero ya le estoy llamando, no me responde. Solo me llamó que llamara a la policía, que tenía mucha redes, había mucho tiroteo, pero no sé si es en el mismo tour o sería en el lugar donde está el helicóptero, no sé exactamente.
Well, they were in a tour. They just called us and they said that they need us to call the police because there was a shooting and they happened hostages. And I don't know if they were there where the helicopter is located.
Okay. And so were they in a helicopter or are they at the Mandalay Bay at the concert?
Okay, ¿ellos están en el helicóptero o están en Mandalay Bay en el concierto?
Ella estaba en el tour, en el helicóptero, no es que no me responde.
Well, they were in a tour on the helicopter, but they are not answering right now.
Solamente estábamos, él nos dijo que iba al tour del helicóptero y eso fue hace un tiempo atrás. Y entonces y recibió una llamada y un texto que llamara urgente a la policía porque había muchos heridos y habían rehenes. Y que ellos estaban llamando a la policía y nadie respondió, pero ya no tenemos más comunicación con ellos. Y no sabemos exactamente dónde es que están.
We just know that they actually told us they were going to go on that tour on the helicopter, and then we received a text message from them saying that there was a shooting there and that there were many people that were hurt and that they had some hostages, but now we are not able to communicate with them. They said that they were trying to contact the police, but that they weren't able to.
Okay. Yeah, we do have officers there right now. They're looking for him, so I'll go ahead and update that, okay?
Sí, ya nosotros tenemos oficiales allí y están buscándoles, pero voy a actualizar esa información.
Oh, un millón de gracias.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that's obviously an unusual call. I don't know, and I have a second one that's kind of similar to that one, if you can believe it. Let me pull up the number. So the number for this one is going to be call number 141. Call number 141.
Sunday, October 1, 2017, 22:31 and 44 seconds.
911 emergency, Jaeger 8613. Can you please fire medical? Did he please fire medical?
No, it's not medical. It's a really emergency.
Okay, what's the address of the emergency, ma'am?
The only thing that I know is it's called Sundan Helicopter.
Okay, ma'am, ma'am, are you hiding there?
No, I'm not hiding. My friend just told me, and he told me that there has been a big shooting over there, and they have been taking a hostage over there.
They're being held hostage?
Yes.
Are they hiding there, ma'am?
That's what I think, because he was talking to me like in a low voice.
Okay, what's your name, ma'am? What's your name?
My name is Jessie.
What's your last name, Jesse? And what's your phone number, please? And who called you?
It's Bunny. That's his name.
What's his name?
It's Bunny. ISBINY.
It's Connie, and what's his last name? I said, what is it? His phone number, please.
Just 1 second. His phone number is.
And what did he tell you? And he's at where?
Sundance Helicopter.
And what did he tell you?
I know they got married yesterday.
What did he tell you, ma'am? I just need to know the emergency. What did he tell you?
He said he's a big shooting over here who have been taking us a hostage.
He what?
A hostage right now. The only thing he said is a big shooting right here, and we have been taking us hostage in here.
And taking him hostage?
Yes.
So he's hostage at the Sundance helicopters?
Yes.
And that they're shooting where?
Sunday, October 1, 2000.
Okay, so I don't know what to really make of that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think somebody was taken hostage at that Sundance helicopter place, or do you think it was a misunderstanding? I mean, I don't know. I was a little surprised when I was running across 911 calls that were like that. So I don't know. It's strange because there's two. I'm not sure if these people are the same people. I don't know. It just seems really unusual. Yeah, and also the call disconnects right there, right at the end of it, right when you heard that electronic voice kick in again saying Sunday, whatever, October, that means the call hung up. It disconnected. So they disconnected on them for some reason. So I don't know if the call was dropped or they were, what the deal was. Incidentally, I noticed a lot on 911 calls when the police asked for, or the police operator asked for the last name, a lot of people hang up. They didn't want to give their last name, or they just said it doesn't matter here. That's what you need. So anyway, that's about all I've got right now for 911 calls. I'll keep going through these and keep seeing, I got a few more hours worth of these things to go through, and we'll see what pops up. But if you guys got any ideas for new live streams for me to do, put them on the comments here. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to see. I'm just gonna kind of keep going through it and seeing what I find. So, and if anybody's got any better ideas than that, let me know. And let me know if you find anything on that. And I'll start definitely putting the call numbers on there when I go talking about these things. That way you guys can look them up for yourself. I should have done that. I just totally didn't think about it. So I do like showing the body cam footages as well, but every time I play those things, it seems like they come out all choppy, like for you guys when you're watching them. So I don't know, how fun that is for me to play those for you, but be more than happy to discuss any of these things. I got a comment here from Discerning Light. I wonder if they were taken hostage in the helicopters they were supposed to go on tour was taken over. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was wondering. Did they go there for a tour and somebody took control of the choppers? I don't know. It's really bizarre, and it makes me wonder, look at it think about it this way. A court order released all this information, right? A judge forced them to release all these phone calls and all these, videotapes and everything like that. Why the hell would they resist that so much? I mean, if they knew it was just benign, just benign stuff, maybe they just figured that, oh, it'll just give conspiracy theorists a lot to work with, even if it's nothing, or maybe there's genuinely something in there they want to hide, and that's kind of the assumption I'm operating under, and that's why I keep going through these phone calls, seeing what I can find. And I haven't come across the silver bullet yet, but I don't think anybody will. I think it's going to be a bunch of puzzle pieces we've got to put together. But I'll be really interested to see what happens when this final report comes out in August or July or whenever the hell the FBI and the Las Vegas police decide to come up with it. And yeah, Mike, and let's see here. Yeah, where are these people now? CL made that point. Yeah, it'd be good to know, you know, like the people that were making these 911 calls about the hostage thing. What's going on with that? You know, it'd be really interesting to talk to those folks and see what the story was out of that. But either way, no matter if it's, you know, if it was just a misunderstanding or whatever, it is suspicious and it's something that has to be looked into, especially with just the cloud of uncertainty and you know, the cloud of kind of a conspiracy that's hung all over this investigation. I mean, if quite honestly, the federal government, you don't go to this much effort to hide something unless there's something to hide. You know, in my opinion, you're not gonna, you know, it doesn't make the federal government look very good, or, you know, any law enforcement agency look good when a judge has to say, no, you have to give this to the public now, you know, the people you serve. That doesn't make them look very good to lose any case like that, or to look, you know, publicly. It's not a good PR move, but they were willing to do it to try to hide this information. So there's something in there that needs to be looked at, and there's something in there that we need to find, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. So please let me know what you think in the comments below down here. If you got any ideas for any new live streams, I figure I'll just do them whenever I get enough new stuff, or I get a new idea, or I develop something. Rather than that, I'll just keep doing my usual shows. You know, I do Police State America and When Guns Save Lives. I'm thinking about starting a new series, talking about kind of like self-defense and just some self-defense tactics and things like that. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I'd like to go somewhere for, I definitely would want to broaden, you know, what my channel's about. And I want to kind of get into some higher level things, but I'm not going to stop with this Las Vegas investigation right now. This is priority because we really need, you know, the public memory is so short in America, and you know, we really got to jump on this stuff right now. And I'll tell you, that's what the government and the feds, the FBI, and all of them, you know, Las Vegas police, all of them are hoping for, is that the American public will move on. And incidentally, I think that's why the Las Vegas massacre wasn't used as this massive anti-gun push campaign like you saw with Parkland and other things. I think that there was a coordinated effort among a lot of groups to make this whole thing go away, to make it silent, and to basically shut down all the information, you know, about it from getting out in the public. But what I want to really know is, you know, why? That's the only thing that matters. Why? Oh, thanks, Mark. I really like you. Yeah, just a fan of my Police State series. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try to, basically what I'm trying to do with the Police State series is whenever there's something new out there, a police abuse of power or something like that, I try to get that out there. I have a lot of older videos in like my archives I could use, but I'm trying to use stuff that's like fresh and happening right now. And the same thing with the Gun Save Lives series that I'm doing. I'm trying to do those with things. Incidentally, one of those I did, the one with the shooting at the Walmart, that happened just down the road from me. I missed that by a couple hours. So, you know, that's how that works. But that's kind of where I want to go with this channel, is doing things like that, because, you know, there's a lot of bad stories out there about how horrible guns are and how all the evildoers use them, but they never report on when the good guys use them. Right. So they spend all their time, you know, these, you know, politicians disarming us, you know, legal gun owners all the time, acting like we're, you know, complete idiots. And when the truth of the matter is, a lot of times the firearms used against another human being in this country, it's for self-defense. So guns are out there. Criminals don't give a damn. They'll always have them. So I am completely against any restrictions for legal gun ownership, but that's just me. Discerning Light here's got a comment. It takes a lot of us combing through all this footage and working together to uncover this. That's exactly right. I mean, this is way too much for just one person. You know, I was looking through the scene here, and let me do a screen. Let me see if I can share a screen here. You know, looking at the crime scene out here, this is a massive crime scene. You know, if you take out all the little doodads and stuff I've got here. You know, you have, this didn't happen like in the middle of nowhere. This happened in, you know, a busy, for one of the busiest cities, the city it never sleeps in the United States, with cameras everywhere, you know, in every corner, every nook and cranny. You know how these casinos are. I imagine a lot of their cameras are busy looking at who's cheating and who's not, but they got to have a lot of other cameras than what we've seen out there. And all this information, you know, this is just thousands and thousands of terabytes worth of information, and it really is going to take all of us going through it. And so, yeah, I couldn't agree more. We all pick our little niche, you know, of it, and work together, and, you know, we'll crack this thing. It won't be the JFK 2 where it's been, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80 years and we still don't have any resolution. We've got to get resolution to this. We really do. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go ahead and keep on cracking on these type of things, and I'll have something out. I'll probably try to do one of these live streams every couple days if that works for you. I'll try to put a notice out at least 2 or 3 hours before I'll do them, but I want to make them entertaining for you guys, so I'm going to go through and try to pull out what's good out of the raw information, and I'll definitely record the call numbers for you next time and announce those when I do them. All right, everybody, you all have a good one, and sleep tight and have a good night.